It's apple pie for the non-pie maker. Who can resist the cookie version of apple pie? Well, guess what? You don't have to, because Becky Low is sharing the recipe. So post-Halloween, I think something with fruit. I mean, I know it's still a treat, but something with fruit sounds really good.
It does. Anything with apples sounds good right now.
It does.
Fall, apples, apple pie. But you're right, this is not an apple pie making recipe.
Did we describe this correctly then, apple pie in cookie form?
Yes,
yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
Show us how, Becky.
Okay, so let's start off with the crust, because that's where it is it starts off being a little bit different.
Okay.
So I have the ingredients out here, and I've just kind of stepped ahead with it. We just have basically flour, some sugar, and then this is a shortbread crust, and so it has lots of nice butter in it to make it nice and tender. And we just simply beat those together. I added an egg to help with that. Okay, then we'll put this into our 9x13 pan, about 2/3 of it. And I'm going to have you help with this.
Yes, please.
While I do the next part. Okay. Okay, that's about 2/3 if you're doing the math. Spread that around and you pat that down.
Okay.
Okay, with what is left, then we want a little bit of a crumbly crust to it. So I'm going to add some pecans. You could use pecans, walnuts, and then a little bit of apple pie seasoning to it. So some cinnamon, of course.
And you're making the top?
Yes, yeah. Okay, and we'll just simply do those, mix those together. In fact, what I like to do is just get my hands in there. Okay, so that's ready to go. The next step is our apples.
How are we looking here?
Oh, perfect.
Is that good?
That's very good, yeah.
Okay.
And this is something to get the kids involved too.
Oh, they love it.
You don't want it, really packed down. Apples. Okay, we're going to pre-cook these apples, and so I have some apples, about 5 cups of apples.
What kind of apples are you using?
I like to use a variety, so a Jonathan, a nice flavorful apple and one that cooks up well.
Okay.
So a Jonathan, Granny Smith, Golden Delicious, something like that, or a blend of all of them. Okay, now I'm also going to add some raisins to this, so that's optional. If you don't want the raisins, don't. And then I have a skillet that we're using for this part. I have some butter, a little bit of lemon juice, and a little bit of water. So we'll just simply dump that in.
Is the lemon juice for flavor or to preserve the apples, or both?
Oh, good point. It's actually for flavor. It helps boost the flavor.
Okay.
But it's also when that nice lemony acid works with the natural pectin in the apples, it makes it thick.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a jammy look.
My mouth started to water. You talked about lemon and apples.
Okay, a little sugar. We got to have sugar in our apple pie, so we'll just simply put that on top.
Sweeten it up.
Okay, we'll also add some nutmeg. And we'll just grate in a little bit of nutmeg and some cinnamon. We'll add the cinnamon to this. And then this is cooked on about medium heat. I'm going to add some of this to it as well.
Flavors of fall coming your way.
Ah, love it. Okay, and there's our lid. Put the lid on. So this is on about medium heat, and it kind of steams down and cooks up, which is what we have. Ta-da!
Lovely.
Here it is. And you can see that it's thickened up, and and it's kind of jammy look.
Yeah.
And so that's the lemon juice and the natural sugar and the pectin in the apples that creates that. All right. Now, we had our crust ready to go, but we want to bake that.
Who pressed that? That looks just so good.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
I am such a good helper.
I threw you for just a minute.
Okay. All right, so here's our crust. We baked it at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, so it looks like a cookie.
Yeah.
And basically, these are the ingredients for the cookie. So we'll put this in.
This is my kind of cookie. It's loaded, it's stuffed.
Yeah, I love this. It's shortbread loaded with apple pie filling. I'll give you that. And I'm going to just switch that over.
Okay.
So we're putting that on. Now we have our crust that we'll put on the top. But we want to make this a sour cream apple. Oh. And if you look at that, the layers of it, then there is a layer of sour cream in there. Can you see that white layer? Okay, so here's how we do that part.
They're pretty when they're cut.
This is, I love it. And it's just easy. You can just grab it. So whisk together the sugar, flour. Okay. We'll put some sour cream in it and some apple. And we'll an egg. We have lots of apples.
With an apple.
Yep, and you put the egg in there too.
Ready?
Okay. Okay, mix that in, and I'm going to give you this. But before you put that on, let me just finish mixing this in. Here, do you want to stir this?
Yeah, sure. Scoot aside. I got it.
Okay, there you go.
I got it, Becky. You just kick your feet up.
A little bit of vanilla.
Oh, don't forget that.
Yeah, vanilla just brings out the flavor. All right, drizzle it on top of the apples.
Just like so?
That's it, yeah. That little bit of flour will help thicken it in the egg, and it gives it kind of a custardy taste, texture to it. Oh, I love this.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
Spread?
good. Spread it around.
Yes.
And the last thing is we're going to top it off with our crumb crust, which again, I'm going to grab some here too.
See, after 12 years, we've been at this together almost 12 years, Becky, and she can now pretty much almost turn the kitchen over to me. Not quite.
And you want some bigger lumps as well as some small lumps, so I just kind of wad it up in my fingers.
Okay, all right. Ooh, I can't wait to try these.
Put it in, bake it. This bakes at 350 degrees for about 30 more minutes.
Okay.
And then you have the apple pie. Oh, it's just good.
And I don't know about Becky, but I recommend enjoying these with a tall glass of cold milk. See?
Absolutely.
You have taught me well. I have been listening. This looks divine, Becky. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Look for this recipe on our website. It is there at your fingertips. Just go to studio5.ksl.com. Click on the recipe button. I have to say, this is one of my favorite times of year for a lot of reasons. Food is one of those reasons, and we've got plenty of excuses to indulge in the flavors of the season. They're on the Studio 5 recipe page. So lots of great, flavorful fall recipes there waiting for you.